Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So I wanted to kind of do a video talking about power creep and what will sort of make a unit get power crept and what will make a unit sort of like not get power crept, right? Like I've seen some people talking about this with Majin Vegeta, because sometimes some units on both versions sometimes take an extra long time to come back. So for JP, it's the Tanabata unit, usually takes a really long time to return. LR Tech Gogeta came out last June for JP, and Gogeta only just came back 9 months later here for Saiyan Day, right? Global, typically the Worldwide Dental units and the Saiyan Day units for Global end up gone for potentially even as long as 9 months. And I did see discussion talking about Majin Vegeta if he might age a lot by the time he returns on Global. I do not think he will. I mean, certainly his kit could have been designed better to where he would be a little bit better consistently, but the damage reduction he's rocking is very, very powerful. I would say the number one thing I think that is sort of holding Vegeta back would just be how good Trunks characters are. Like, you know, there's many different versions and forms of Trunks that could get ridiculously busted units. As long as there's a good Trunks, this Vegeta will hold up. His defense is high enough. After he supers, okay, so in the red zone, he does good. Even in the next difficult event to come out after the red zone, I think Majin Vegeta should hold up fairly well if he's able to super attack first defensively. So I think this Vegeta should age well, right? And I've got a lot of examples of characters, like, to sort of describe. So, like, if you're, like, a free-to-play player, like, summoning for characters. I mean, I don't think people ever think about too often, like, oh, how fast is this character going to age out, right? To where they're not going to be one of the top units in the game. Like, what are some things that make them, you know, sort of, like, age really good and blah, 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 blah. I also was thinking about this when I was doing the video yesterday on LR Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. And it's like, if you just, in a vacuum, look at the numbers they're doing, you know, they're getting 6 million attack sets, you know, their defense is hovering around 300k, you think, oh, they're good, Truth, what are you talking about? But that's all they are. They have no, what I call, tech in this kit, right? It's just raise attack and defense, raise attack, right? Key, attack, defense, key, attack, defense, key, attack, that's literally all they have. Now, compare them to the same unit just a year prior. This is the 6th anniversary free-to-play LR. This is the 7th anniversary free-to-play LR. What I consider tech, right, would be this. 70% chance to stun. Here's a seal. He has a dodge. He has support. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. He has support. He has the revive. He has the active skill, right? Like, Roshi has a lot of little, like, different things beyond just he hit hard, he block hard, right? Like, he's doing other things. Like, I was doing reps of Universe 7 no item attempts, and Roshi was damn near the MVP with the stuns, and I was getting the revives off consistently while I was trying to go for it. Like, this guy is crazy, right? Like, I feel like people could look at Roshi right now, and they could think that, like, oh yeah, Roshi's not really too good, you know, it's been a year, right? But it's like, he's always gonna have value in these, like, super battle road stages and stuff like that, with, again, stun, seal, dodge, support, and revive. That's a disgusting combo. This is a brilliant free-to-play unit. Like, if you just showed me these two units' kits, I would think Roshi is the 7th anniversary LR, and then Gohan, Goten, and Trunks was the 6th anniversary LR. I feel like I like Roshi better right now than I like them. And he's going to age better than this unit is, too. Eventually, their attack stats and defensive stats are worthless. They're still not even that great, considering they don't have additionals or crits built in. You know, and then defensively, the fact that they're better defensively when they get their 12-key super is just very stupid. Poor design, right? So, like, this is an example of a character that would age poorly, and this is an example of a character that would age good, is this Roshi, right? We can go ahead and get rid of these two. I've pulled up a lot of other characters here who either have aged very good or have things that will allow them to age very good. So Tech Ultimate Gohan, it's funny, looking at his kit, it's so basic. There's, like, compared to these, like, new, like, look, dude, look at Majin Vegeta, right? Look at this, compared to Gohan. But Gohan, it's just very, very basic why Gohan is so good. First, he has the guard right there. Bam. And then he greatly stacks attack and defense. That's it. Those are the only two things. So ridiculous. He also does get ki at the start of each turn, a very underrated ability. There was a group of people, you know, mostly like the numbers guys, like a lot of guys who like love APT and stuff like that, who would always, again, at this point, I hate on Gohan. I feel like him getting ki is something a lot of them really never accounted for. TUR's getting ki like this really does matter. And you look at Tech Ultimate Gohan, he dominated the God event. He dominated all difficult content before the God event. He dominates Extreme Super Battle Road. He dominates the Red Zone. Like, it's like, I don't even know, like, is this guy ever going to age? I mean, yeah, his damage is already pretty poor, right? Like, no way in the world am I saying that this guy's doing good damage. But, like, he's untouchable, right? Like, he's completely a defensive wall. And, you know, since this guy has dropped, the Saiyan lineage is a link that they have non-stop given really good units to. Even one of the newest powerful units who's come out recently, Physical Super Saiyan 3/Super Saiyan 2 Goku, has got Saiyan lineage. So what you can do very easily, you could run them as a rotation on a lot of teams, right? Buu Saga. What's funny is that Goku's not on Revived Warrior, but he probably should be. Pretty much every Goku in the Buu Saga should be on Revived Warrior, because he was literally just revived. You could probably even make the argument that, like, Vegito potentially could be on Revived Warrior, right? Like, I think the STR Vegito unit should be on Revived Warrior, because Vegeta literally just came back from the dead, and Goku literally just came back from the dead. So there's no reason they can't be on. I feel like like a Super Vegito standalone card shouldn't be on Revived Warrior, but I think the Goku and Vegeta duo card should be, right? Kind of the same way that they're on Pure Saiyans, but the standalone Vegetos are not. I feel like you could make the same argument for Vegito being on Revived Warrior, that STR Goku and Vegeta, right? But Gohan, with his guard, with his stacking, he's going to age super gracefully. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I mean, this guy, 80% damage reduction is just, he's crazy. He's super, super good. That leads us over to this guy right here, sort of the same thing, right? These are characters who have been around for years now, and they're still really good. This guy, 90% damage reduction. It means he's always going to be useful. It's like, you know, there was so many banner units back then probably who, like, you know, oh, more impressive performance and stuff like that, but they're all dead, worthless now. And then this guy is still good. The same reason this guy would have been good when he came out, he's still good today, right? Damage reduction. Very powerful ability, especially when it's this high. You know, another character I actually could have pulled up is AGL Super Vegito. Super Vegito is another good example. I used AGL Super Vegito a lot, actually, in the red zone, because he has that huge amount of damage reduction on normals. If he gets hit with a super attack, yeah, Super Vegito is dead, and he does virtually no damage. But with this, it's very difficult for him to take damage in the red zone. Only basically Int Omega Shenron was really doing damage to Super Vegito, right? Everything else was basically just doing double digits. Like this guy, right? Who, even ever since he got his EZA, has been kind of like, it doesn't make sense why they held back on him so much. But then they made like Physical Vegito Blue like God. Like it doesn't really make a ton of sense, right? But this guy ages really good. Super Vegeta is an interesting example. Now, he definitely has aged quite a bit since he first came out, no doubt about that. But some of it's out of his control, right? This guy dropped. I mean, look at this. He dropped in January in Global, and then in the same month, for the first time in 5 years, they did like a leader skill update. Leader skills had not evolved since 2017. And then in the same month, that this guy drops on Global, they're like, oh yeah, leader skills have now evolved, essentially, right? Like now there's 200%. And, so this guy, this 130% HP just does not cut it anymore as a leader skill. You don't want to use that, right? So this guy as a leader definitely did get aged out, but this is really powerful. But even more so than that is this. This guy is going to be useful in Super Battle Road for a long time to come. Guaranteed stun is unbelievably good, right? That is actually so powerful. Just being able to stun an enemy like that, right? Super Vegeta, he could do good damage. his defense can be okay. You don't want to get lulled to sleep and act like you're ever going to run this guy in slot 1. You're never running him in slot 1 ever. You're just not doing that, right? You put him in like slot 2 or 3, he gets 50% defense on super, and then another 50% defense when he gets hit. So his defense typically is much better than a lot of people give it credit for. Khalifa is always going to be good because she's got all these dodge shenanigans. On pretty much like a full Universe 6/Peppy Gal team, she has like a 100% chance to dodge. And then if you're going against Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyan, she also has a 100% chance to dodge. Shit like that is going to make this character amazing, again, for the foreseeable future. She's going to be really, really super good. God Goku is a character that's going to age probably really good moving forward because he has this right here. 77% damage reduction against movie boss or Pure Saiyan. That's going to cover a lot of future bosses, so this guy's going to be good. And then imagine this is a character you're running on a team without a leader skill, which you could do. He's also Rainbow Orb changing, which is also helpful. So like here's a lot of examples of characters that will sort of like age well, different sort of like tech that they have. Not just big damage or a big defensive number, but like things like guard, damage reduction, stuns, like those are going to have value moving forward. This Frieza right here, I think is actually still pretty solid. Why? Because he could seal, he could stack defense, he's got dodge right here, right? He debuffs the enemy, he can transform, and then he could have a very good chance to stun. What is it, 70% chance to stun? He gets damage reduction when your HP is low. This Golden Frieza is really, really good. This is the type of character that will age well and will have value moving forward, right? Like, you know, I've still tried to utilize this Frieza in various forms of content recently. So these are the types of things you should be looking for in terms of like what would make a unit age well and what would make them not get power crept super fast, right? An example of a character who probably would not be power crept super fast too, this unit right here is going to be around for a long time. The tech androids, between the Ki Blast nullification right there and their basically Ghost Usher active skill you could use anywhere. This is an EZA dream unit. You can take them into EZAs and they can literally get you wins just with this Ghost Usher active skill effect of theirs. They're going to be so powerful, and that is going to allow them to be very useful moving forward, right? So let me know what you guys think about power creep. You know, which units might not power creep like super fast, right? Like, is a character going to be more like Tech Ultimate Gohan, or is a character going to be like some other, you know, LR Gohan, Goten, and Trunks whose stats aren't really the craziest? Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.